Starlink's coming to India, and the prices of Starlink, from what I'm hearing, it might end up being a problem if the prices are accurate. Now, what I'm hearing is the price could be a one-time setup fee of 30,000 rupees, and that kind of money, that's already a big problem. I mean, 30,000 rupees to set up an internet connection, yeah, that's a problem. But it could be worthwhile if the internet speeds are incredible and all that. But the thing is, the monthly price, now I don't know this is included in the initial setup or it's extra, but anyway, after the setup, it's if it ends up being 30,000 rupees the setup. So that if that's the case, then already 30,000 rupees has been used for this. And then the monthly cost, whatever time, it seems like the monthly subscription price would be, well, I don't know, called subscription, the internet price would be 3,000 rupees for a 25 Mbps connection, and it goes from that to up to 6,000 rupees. At least that's what's expected for a 225 Mbps connection. And those speeds, well, I don't feel like those speeds are good enough for the price, and considering where Starlink is likely to be used. I'm guessing the whole point of Starlink in India is to put in places where getting a wired internet connection is really difficult, cables and all that, high range places and all that. And in those areas, Starlink would be useful. But the prices, I feel like it's a bit too high. And I'm not saying that they won't put connections there, but for Starlink, I feel like they need to try and capture more of the market, because at these prices, I feel like the only places where Starlink is going to end up being used are places where they have no other option and they absolutely need the internet connection, and they're willing to put up with the price, the setup cost, and the monthly price. And I don't think that there's enough places to make Starlink profitable in India. Now, I could be wrong. Maybe they could do it, but honestly, yeah, I don't think so. And the pricing, it's just too much. And sure, it's satellite-based internet and all that. And the setup cost, I don't know if it's still justifiable. Now, I understand if it costs that much, but for a market like India, even if it is that expensive, just bringing it here, even though it justifies the price, I don't think most people are going to buy it. Now, if this end up being a really cheap type of thing, a 5,000 rupees setup cost and a monthly bill of 1,000 rupees or something, that kind of a combo, I feel like more people would use it and it would become really popular. But at these prices, yeah, I don't know. It feels like it's just gonna be a niche, and we're gonna see it at some place. And for some place where internet connectivity is very difficult, this is obviously great, and they'll get access to the internet. But yeah, from a business point of view, I feel like the prices is just not gonna work. They need to find a way to bring the price down somehow. I don't know. Maybe, yeah, I don't know how they're gonna do it, or whether this is the minimum that they can do, or whether or not this is just them trying a price tag that they think might work. In which case, they'll probably end up cutting it down. I mean, we saw the stuff with nothing, and the nothing phone, the new nothing phone, the main nothing phone. What was it? The 3 that came out, and they priced it at what, close to 8,000 rupees, and they afterwards decreased the price because it's not gonna work in India. So I think maybe Starlink might end up doing the same thing after they find out whether or not enough people will be willing to spend the money. But yeah, Starlink in India feels like, yeah, honestly, I don't know. Honestly, I would like to try Starlink if the internet country is super fast and we actually we get those incredible speeds. I mean, if the base plan is 25 Mbps and we actually get 25 Mbps usable speed, that would be incredible. But I don't know how it works, and I would like to try it out. And but concerning the price and all that, if does end up being the price, yeah, I don't think I'm gonna be trying it out at all because that's a lot of money. And yeah, I'm guessing that this Starlink will end up being used in offices more in those higher range areas or the areas where the connections and cable connections and all that aren't available, and they can manage the cost of it. But yeah, Starlink, I feel like the price need to be more competitive to get people excited about this and to become one of the main internet providers in India because it's a big market. Everyone needs data, everyone needs an internet connection, and if they can come in with some good price and all that, that'd be fantastic. But yeah, at the moment, if these prices do end up being true, uh, it's just gonna be another product. I mean, we already know. Uh, well, yeah, I'm not gonna get into that. But yeah, so I guess we'll have to wait and see till the Starlink prices are officially announced. But I really hope the setup cost they just bring it down at least to 10,000 rupees or something. I mean, 30,000 rupees for setup cost. That's just too much for India, for the Indian market. People aren't going to be willing to buy that. Most people just aren't going to be willing to buy that unless they have no other choice. So, yeah, let's wait and see what happens when Starlink finally comes to India. So, let's wait.